In this video, I will share with you why you should be running retargeting ads to your Skool community, and I will also show you exactly how to set it up. Hi there, my name is Evelyn. If we haven't met before, I am a Skool community creator as well. I have multiple Skool communities. My largest one is Grow with Evelyn, and it's currently doing around $50,000 per month. I am also Skool's media buyer, which means that I run the ads for the platform. So now without further ado, let me show you what retargeting ads are and why you definitely want to run them to your community, and also exactly how to set them up. All right, so retargeting ads are meta ads, right? So they're shown on Facebook and Instagram and in the audience network of Meta, and they bring people back to your Skool community. So there are people that view the about page of your Skool. This is your about page, but then only a small percentage signs up. And here you can see this is my about page right now. In the last 7 days, I had 1,000 views of my about page, and I only had 20 signups. This is because we're running a waitlist model with secret openings, and here you can see it just fell below the 50,000, and this is because we're actually filling up today again from the waitlist, right? So here you can see everyone that's on the waitlist waiting right now. And so we're having a secret opening. Now, but when you see here, right, this is actually not uncommon for a lot of paid communities, even free communities, that we have a lot of about page visitors, but then only a very small percentage of people signing up. So what happens to all the other people that are visiting your Skool community, but they don't sign up? Well, we want to follow them around on the internet and remind them that it's a really, really good idea to sign up, and we can do that with retargeting ads. Now, the really beautiful thing about retargeting ads is that they are, one, very profitable, and two, very affordable. Why is that? Because it's comparatively a really small audience, and those people are already very warm, right? They've been on the fence, they know who you are. So convincing them is infinitely more easy than convincing a complete stranger, right? And the audience size that you have for retargeting versus the one you'd have with cold ads is also a lot smaller, so you can reach many more people within that audience for a lot smaller cost. Okay, so and this is what we're going to set up. Now, first things first, to run retargeting ads to your Skool community effectively, you need to have conversion tracking set up. And this, unfortunately, at the moment is only possible with a Pro Skool plan. So Skool has a 14-day free trial, and after that, it's $9 a month on the hobby plan and $99 a month on the Pro plan. The Pro plan is the one that comes with the Meta Pixel tracking. This is what allows you to set up conversion tracking, and you need that if you want to run retargeting ads. So unfortunately, this is needed, and then you need to set up the tracking, which is actually extremely simple, and we have this in a free video on my channel, which is this one, how to set up Facebook meta tracking on Skool. So do this as your first step if you want to run a retargeting ad. Okay, so watch this video, it's just 3 minutes, set it up, and then you're done. Next, once you have that, you want to check in Events Manager. So this is your Ads Manager, right? So you go to adsmanager.facebook.com, and if you don't have one, you want to set one up. And if you have one, you want to navigate to it right now. And then from here, come to Events Manager. If your setup is correct, which it's very hard to mess up, and if you do, the Skool support team will gladly help you. Then when you come here, you should see your pixel that you have set up, and you should see that Skool is sending data to Meta, and it's letting Meta know who has been on your about page and who has purchased. All right, so you should see that here in the Events Manager like I do, and we need that connection because that's our foundation for creating the audience on Meta that we are going to show our ads, our retargeting ads to. Okay, once this is working for you, the next place where you want to navigate to is here, the Audiences Manager. And in the Audiences Manager, we need to set up our retargeting audience. And the audience is everyone who has been on our About page. So we click on Create Audience, Custom Audience, Website, Next, select your pixel, all website visitors, 180 days, and then school about page 180, and create the audience, and Facebook will populate it. Even while it's still populating, and sometimes it doesn't show the full audience size after. So it's just an error. I don't know why, but it does, get bigger than that, because here you can see it does have my audience size, right? But it still says below 1,000, although it's clearly more than that. So just don't pay attention to the estimated audience sizes here. Just navigate to the campaigns and set up your retargeting ad. So you can see I have one running right now. You want to say create, sales, continue. Name it after your community, and then retargeting. Next, we want to select ad set budget. Next, we want to name the ad set about page viewers 180. Next, we want to select the website as the conversion location, performance goal, maximize number of conversions, data set, select your pixel, conversion event is purchase. Now we want to navigate down to the budget. Now you just need a really small budget to make this work. I have a pretty decent audience size, and I get quite a bit of traffic from Skool. So my budget is a little bit higher. I'm going with 11 euros a day. Most communities, you'll have something like 2 or 5 a day, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. So like really, really low. In my case, I leave it a little higher because I do get a ton of traffic. Now, here we have the locations, and now we need to say, like, where's this traffic even coming from? So in my case, traffic is coming from my email list and from my YouTube channel, from the links that I put in the descriptions of my videos back to my Skool community. But these days, the majority of my traffic from my Skool community is actually coming from Skool itself, from the discovery page. So here you can see discover communities, and then I am in the money category because I teach people how to run ads and stuff. And here you can see I am actually listed on the first page of the money category. So I do get a lot of traffic from here. And if I don't get it from here, I get it from the Schoolers community, so the overarching community of community owners on Skool. And because I share content in here, right, because I post in there and people find it helpful, they will check out my profile, right? And then they will see, oh, she has a community. And from there they click and they request to join the waitlist if it's not open, and if it's a day where we are open, they join the community, right? So I get a lot of traffic from different countries because of Skool, and this is why here in the locations, I want to go after all tier 1 countries. These are the tier 1 countries. It's just something that advertisers do, is to separate campaigns and ad sets by purchasing power. So all you want to do is take a screenshot of this, head to ChatGPT, and say, extract the countries from here and list them with a comma. And then you can do this on your side as well. Perfect. Now we want to come here under locations and just paste them in, select countries, match locations, add 32 locations. Perfect. Now we have the geographical targeting right. Now we need to select the right audience. So here you see suggested audience. We don't want to use that because we want it to be really a pure retargeting audience. We have to say further limit the reach of our ads. Switch setup. And now what we can do is we can select the custom audience we just created with the Skool about page viewers. And very important, uncheck use as a suggestion, because otherwise you're just gonna run an targeting no untargeted campaign to cold traffic. So uncheck, so it's not going to everyone. Now it's really restricted, and Facebook will say something like you will get 0 purchases, and you know what, that's completely fine. And here you can see now it is actually showing you how many people you will reach, and it's estimating the audience size. So although it didn't show it correctly in the events manager, it does know the audience size here, right? So this is about 3,700 to 4,400 people. Next, we are setting up our ad, and we're starting by looking for our page, and then our Instagram account and ideally our Threads account is connected. We say create ad, and we're going all the way down to set up creative. And here I want you to select image ad. Next, in the creative setup, we put our source URL, and that's our about page. Please don't just put school.com, your community name, like here, Evelyn. Put about at the end so that Facebook doesn't have to redirect non-members to the about page, which would cause it to lose a second, which often can be the difference between a person signing up and jumping off. Okay, now here we need to scroll all the way down, and annoyingly enough, we need to make sure we manually remove all of these site links here, because as much as we love our fellow community owners, we don't want to pay for ads to their community. So you have to remove all of them. Next, media. What I want you to do is I want you to come to your community, take this community picture here, right click, save image in your downloads, and then upload this here to Meta. Next, crop, leave it all on original. And now we have the text. Here I want you to take your about page copy, and I want you to look at these retargeting copies. Now go to ChatGPT. This is my about page copy. Please update the beginning to always reflect the retargeting angle. Do it for all retargeting angles. You checked out Grow with Evelyn but didn't join. Here's why now is the right time. This is where I help people who are passionate about becoming the best version. And then we have the consistent body after each of those hooks. Perfect. Now I want to go to Claude. It's a little bit easier because it can have more volume. Put the individual ads together. So all I have to do is copy and paste. And the reason why we want to keep it so close to your about page copy is because we basically want to front load your about page copy so that when people come on your page, the decision is really simple. Please do it in an artifact and make sure that you space out things properly. Perfect. So now it's writing all of my copies. And what I want to do next is I want to go to complyly.com and check my copies. So I'm going to go Facebook. And then I'll paste those in here to see if there's anything that I need to update or change. So for every ad, it basically says you need to be able to substantiate that, which I am perfectly able to. And then it has a few implied earnings claims and false scarcity. So definitely I don't want to touch anything with that. So I'm just going to take the ads that are okay. So ad 1 to 3 is okay. And I only need 5 in total, right? So I'm not even going to mess around with anything. Just gonna say, click the link and join waitlist to learn about secret. So just gonna have also the explanation in my case. In your case, you just probably, because your school community is always open, just have to say click the link and join now, which I'll probably try again once tiers come out too. Okay, so looking for 2 more that are 5 is fine. And 1 more because we need 5 copy variations. 10 is fine. Okay, so this is how I'm going to accept the ads. And then typically I'll do more variations where I'm just like, okay, now just super short but compelling versions of these, right? So I'll just play around with different lengths of the ad copies as well. And I'll do the same like I just showed you. I will double check them with Complyly and see what I can use and what I can't use. So once we have that, all we have to do is write the headlines, right? And then we can see on Meta always how long the headlines should be ideally, right? So, so let's put this here, right? And then we would put all of the other copies that we have in here, right? So we just add copy variations here. And just making sure that these are well spaced out. So once you've pasted all your 5 variations, you want to go to headline, and then you'll see Facebook suggests you some, but I don't like them. What I like to use as a formula is now write 25 headlines for me in roughly this length or shorter. Start with a trigger word that's a good fit, then an emoji, then a description of what they actually get. These are retargeting ads. Please keep that in mind. Make them make sense, even if you have to change the format, but keep the length. I like recognize this offer. These don't make sense with the emoji. Make them make sense as a headline. Okay. I like to switch the model when it gets stuck. Make no sense, make them easy to read, understand, and act upon while keeping them short. So let's give it one that is maybe remember this for a reason. Join now, but shorter. It's me again, and then wave emoji. Join now. Back again, let's do this. Okay. Hi again, don't miss out this time. So I'm gonna do it's me again, join now. Yep, still me. Join the waitlist. Maybe also seeing us again. Back again, let's do this. I like this. You saw this before, join now. It's time. I also like it's time, let's do this, but that's okay. Now, we don't want to do any variations. We don't want to have text improvement, and we don't want to have side links. Turn them off. And now done. And now you want to publish this. Next, you want to publish variations of this ad. And I'm going to show you a few quick and easy things that you can do. So you can just head to Canva, create a square post, go to your Skool about page, take a screenshot, try to be like roughly have it in the middle, put that there, change the background color, and you can do this dark mode and light mode on Skool, and then all you want to do is make it bigger. And I would also add the branding of my community. So for example, here you can see I have these gorgeous leaves, so I would add them to the sides. Right? And you can do the same by switching to light mode. And under the settings, theme, light. Always on the about page is better because you have this little powered by Skool. And just put that here. Roughly center it. And boom, you have 2 more ad variations done of this. Now more ad variations of things that you can do is just go to your courses, right? And come here. And for example, pull those in here. And I love to use the Skool elements because it really helps to have this congruency between the landing page and your actual ad. Here we probably can remove the background. So we just have it, okay? So you can play around with different variations, and of course you can also just show the things that are in your community and advertise them separately, right? So time to get your reverse organic YouTube going, time to run ads to your Skool community, time to build your audience, right? So you can go in 2 different directions with that. So when you want to add more ads, all you have to do is come in here, duplicate the existing ad, then double check that site links are off, put the trash, and then just say add image and upload the image from Canva, right? Just like so. And then you just click it through the same way. I would stay away from all of the AI text generation, and then you can just publish it. Now you can of course also record a video. So this is what I did today on the Q&A with my lovely members to give them an example. I'm just on a live Q&A call with my Grow with Evelyn members, answering exactly how to set up an ad test. And if you've been wanting to learn. So what I like to do with these, because I don't have my lovely editor Benjamin all the time around for ads, is I just shoot them without any editing and upload them. And if they perform well, then we can edit them as well. But I just like to test like relatively lean. Now the goal is in your retargeting campaign that 2 things. You want to have as high of a frequency as possible, right? And you can see this here. On the overall frequency. And for the individual ads, you want to have a lower frequency. So what that will do is, and you can also just upload images of you as well, right? So here you see that's just on my camera roll. So the goal is to have a lot of different creatives and follow people around with them. So you have a relatively low frequency on these, but overall, we really want to push it. We want to go like to 10, like really, really high, because what that will do is it will create this illusion of omnipresence, because you have so many different ad visuals with which you hit them up. You have different videos where you talk to them. They see your face in different ways. You highlight the courses from within the community, right? And over time, it just aggregates towards, I really need to be in his world. So that's what we actually want to optimize for with these ads. Okay, so this is how you set it up, and then you just let it run and run and run and run. So they can build up. So these are really, really low cost ways to get people back to your community. And like I said, retargeting campaigns, typically most profitable type of advertising you can do. So I highly recommend that you try it out. All right, I think this is it, and I hope to see you in another video. Thank you, and bye for now.